Why did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give so much retribution, so much tawbih, so much, I think the word is chastisement, to Bani Israel? They had all the knowledge, right? وَلَقَدْ اخْتَرْنَاهُمْ عَلَى عِلْمٍ وَلَقَدْ اخْتَرْنَاهُمْ على علم في العالمين, if I'm not mistaken, the ayah Surah Dukhan. The reason they were chosen over all humanity was knowledge. Allah gave them the first book of revelation, the Torah, which had a law, a shara' for them, right? They were the first Islamic society, state built on the law of Allah. After Fir'aun was drowned and they were saved from him, then they established their own Islamic state under the rule of Musa alayhi salam. But what happened? They didn't act on it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the verse of sihr in Surah Al-Baqarah, in the end of it, وَلَقَدْ عَلِمُوا لَمَنِ اشْتَرَاهُ مَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ خَلَاقٍ وَلَبِئْسَ مَا شَرَوْا بِهِ أَنفُسَهُمْ لَوْ كَانُوا يَعْلَمُونَ. That after Allah mentioned how did the teachings of sihr seep out from the kingdom of Sulaiman, not from Sulaiman, after his death, Allah Azza wa Jal mentioned that these same Muslims from Bani Israel they knew with knowledge, whoever gets involved with sihr, and of course they did not make tawbah before they died, they have no share in the akhirah. And then Allah, He said what evil it was that they purchased for themselves, because one of the incentives for sihr is, and still till today, is money or things of this world. Allah, He said what an evil thing that they purchased for themselves. And Allah, He said after that, لَوْ كَانُوا يَعْلَمُونَ, only if they had known. So just a few words before Allah, He said they knew whoever gets involved with sihr, he has no share in the akhirah. But then Allah, He said after that, if only they knew. Scholars comment that because they did not act on their knowledge, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala negated any knowledge that they had. So these lectures are a gift from Allah Azza wa Jal. These khutbahs are a gift from Allah Azza wa Jal. But the focus is action. And action is what saves us. Knowledge can be a proof for someone or a proof against them. As Hasan al-Basri, he said, al-ilm ulma, knowledge of the two types. Ilm ala lisan, knowledge that is on the tongue. فَذَاكَ حُجَّةُ اللَّهِ عَلَى ابْنِ آدَمَ, that is Allah's proof against the human being. But then then Hasan al-Basri, he said, ilm al-qalb, sorry, the order was different, but the first one he said, ilm al-qalb, the knowledge of the heart. فَذَاكَ عِلْمٌ نَافِعٌ, that is beneficial knowledge. The other one, knowledge of the tongue, that is Allah's proof against the son of Adam. So, another athar or another incident, that one of the tabi'un, I don't remember exactly the name, came to Aisha radiallahu anha after the death of the Prophet, and he would ask her masail, rulings of the religion, and she gave him the answer. And then sometime later he came back and he asked more questions. So Aisha radiallahu anha, the faqihah that she was, the great woman of insight, knowledge she was, radiallahu anha, she said, Ya bunay, oh my dear son, as he was younger in age, he said that, did you act on what I had told you in the last series of questions? He said no. So she said, لِمَ تَسْتَكْثِرْ مِنْ حُجَجِ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكَ وَعَلَيْهِ. She said, then why are you increasing in the proofs of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala against you and I? Why? Because if there is no action, it is proof against the person. And I'm first and foremost to admit my negligence, and I ask Allah's forgiveness for all of the Muslimin and myself included. So So the object is not just to gain knowledge. The object is to act upon. And that action is not required whether we like the way the person spoke, we were entertained by it or not. The object is action. And everyone should take ownership of their deen, because we are all judged on the Day of Judgment. Everyone's name is called on the Day of Judgment as an individual to be judged. I cannot say, oh Allah, the so-and-so khatib, he didn't make my heart feel soft. Or, oh Allah, the so-and-so speaker, he didn't make me feel that, you know, I should do this action or not. Feeling is not fact. Emotions are the person's responsibility to control and still act and behave in a way that is required of them. So, now coming to an example of how much, and I'm not saying this person is a replica of the Ummah at large or not, but just to show something for relativity. I can't remember which year it was, but a particular masjid that's, you know, of all places in the Silicon Valley, in the Bay Area, a person was, you know, he had, okay, let's say he had a good intention, but I'm focusing on the method. He wanted to get people's feedback. He said, I have a good idea. I said, what is that idea? He said, I want to start a website where it's like a depository of all the Islamic lectures and khutbahs, and particularly the English language around the world, and more so the imams that are famous in the West. This was his choice. And then we will charge a very small service fee, a membership fee, subscription, and then based off of that fee, you will get recommended khutbahs, lectures, videos, because people rated them on, I don't know, a 5-star scaling. So imagine a platform. I mean, there's that website. The website was popular when I was a college student, like 15 years ago. Rate my professor. Imagine a website. Rate my khatib. Rate my imam. And you just want to do it for profit. Like, remember, the goal is action. It's not profit. It's not entertainment. But unfortunately, this has become some people's choice. حظوظ النفس.